Hey guys, it's Quickie Baby, and I'm bringing you a preview / review of the new map, Sacred Valley. Now this map is going to be released in 8.6, and as you can see, it's a mountainous environment with some snow. I think it's a beautiful map. I love the mountain range behind. It's a great enclosure. I think this really is possibly one of the most beautiful World of Tanks maps that we've yet to see. The trees are a new species. But that's enough about the aesthetics. Let's get down to the gameplay. That's what it's all about. So I've played this map a few times on the test server, and I've personally found that the artillery have quite an easy time on this map. Apart from these buildings that you see here, there's very little cover to hide behind. But equally, I think the fact that this map has many ridge lines, and it seems to be very open, means that it's a great map for medium and light tanks. You can see these walls here are destructible. It's not the biggest of maps, but I really like these undulations. There's going to be, in these bushes, there's going to be so much opportunity to get kill shots and to create kill zones. I'm really looking forward to playing this tank on release, because at the moment the server's inundated with artillery players. And so it's very hard to get a good opinion of this map and where the choke points are going to be and where players will immediately congregate to. As you can see, this map is immediately going to have an encounter game mode available for it, which I think is very exciting. You can see here I'm playing with Neston. Shout out to Neston. So this is where the Team 1 will spawn. And for an encounter, it's very interesting. It reminds me a lot of steps, where you have the option to go right at the enemy, fighting along this valley that you see in front of me, or alternatively, you go for the cap. Although this map has got a hell of a lot more cover than Steps does. So I love these buildings, these one-hit buildings, all destructible. Let's see if we can find out if some of them are not destructible. No, all destructible so far. Let's try and find some non-destructible ones. No, destructible. So you can see the whole village is made out of destructible buildings, which will be very interesting for absorbing shots, for setting ambushes. That's a pretty alright look. I mean, this map, guys, I really think this map is real looker. I think this really shows this is probably them taking the big world engine to the max with the new rendering. My FPS in this map is not bad at all, considering I'm rendering at 1080p as we speak. So this is the starting location for one team on the normal game mode, and the other team starts up here, if you can see my cursor on the map. So it literally one team here on the normal game mode. And then what I found so far is that people congregate in that town that you saw me initially run through. People congregate here, and some people flank around the southern part. It's a very interesting map. There's opportunities to sneak into the enemy base along this pass here, which I've seen enemies do. The artillery really feel like they don't have much places to hide in base. I feel like there's really good opportunities for light and medium tanks to sneak in. Fair enough, you're going to lose a lot of speed along these undulations, but some exciting opportunities to go hull down and fight your way along the pass if you've got anyone trying to defend. And a really big bridge here. So here we can see the cap circle on the encounter game type. We can see it's pretty much in the open. Artillery are going to be all over this. There is a rock here that I expect there could be some trolling. Could happen. One-on-one situations. I think you can expect that people are going to be able to out-kite heavy tanks in one-on-one situations. So if you're in a medium tank or a light tank, then you can kite them. However, of course, if they're in the encounter circle, then they prevent the cap anyway. So again, I'm really taken back by the art direction of this map. I think this cap circle is going to be very open. I think the team that caps is going to get decimated. My personal approach to this map, if I was fighting on encounter, would be let's go at the enemy first. And then once we've gone at the enemy, then we can go and hold down locations like here, here, and take out anyone who's capping. Although the fight to get to the cap is going to be quite interesting. As you can see, there's opportunities to go up there, just above me. And there's opportunities to go behind me, where people are going to be shooting out from. I'm giving you guys like a preview now, because I can't really make any bold statements, because until you actually play a bunch of games on the regular servers, it's very hard to see what people are going to do. But immediately I really like this location here. You can try and avoid the artillery by wedging up. Pull out round here. You've got a tank with some decent gun depression. You make shots as they come round the corner, because they will flood around this southern corner and around this road. I really like this position. I think a lot of people will be using it in tanks with good turret armor and good gun depression. So let's show you the rest of this southeastern corner. I wonder if these buildings are destructible. They are. That shows you guys all of these buildings seem to be destructible, even the biggest ones. So fair enough, you can use it for cover, but it's not going to last forever. As you can see, we're able to destroy the buildings. I wonder if it's possible to actually get up into this one. This is a pretty big one. Doesn't look like this one's destructible though, guys. But maybe it's impossible to go up there anyway. But interestingly, people are going to be able to fight around the back of it. I expect there's going to be some sneaky fighting. I am really liking the look of this map. It seems to be one of the biggest maps when I think of it now, actually. Now that when I take into account that there are like this area here, like fighting could go on for ages just in this location to try and push round to get into the enemy in the encounter. I really love how long range the shots are going to be. Wow, this is an amazing vantage point up here as well. If you've got a tank with good gun depression, you're going to be able to give them some serious issues. Right here. Bum, 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 bum. And you've just got to hope that they don't hide behind that rock. Fantastic. Wow, +1 to wargaming for this map. I'm really liking the look of this map. I'm not sure if it's going to be that fun in heavies, because it seems to be very large, and I think that you need a good amount of speed to be able to get around it. Maybe even like British mediums are going to struggle on here compared to, say, you know, like a Batchat. On this map, I can see that a fast tank would be able to outmaneuver his enemies, get into good camo areas, and then pull back. But equally, all the ridge lines and undulations mean that heavy tanks are going to have an absolute awesome time. I think this map is very interesting. When you think about what most of the maps in World of Tanks are like, it's basically got large amounts of flat areas and then what I would call hard cover, whereas the cover that you see on this map, it's a lot more like little mounds, which are fantastic for trying to go hull down in. So I think in the absence of artillery, this map could be an absolute dream. We can see there's a hill in the middle. Doesn't look like it's traversable. Maybe it is. Looks like this hill is going to be a really good opportunity to get some cover from artillery, if there's a lot of artillery in your matchup. Some fantastic opportunities to use the undulations in the terrain to get hull down locations, like here. Just ambush opportunities. Tanks with poor gun elevation are going to struggle on this map. I mean, you want to be in an IS-3 on this map. You want to have amazing gun elevation, because the enemies can really ambush you from anywhere. It's fantastic. Again, all the buildings are destructible, including this one. So there you have it, guys. We just took a look at the new map, Sacred Valley, and wow, I'm really impressed. I think this is the most beautiful map that Wargaming have made. I love the variety of it. I think top-notch Wargaming. These are the kind of maps that I'm interested in seeing 15 versus 15 tank combat in. And I think a map as big as this, I think this could be the first kind of map where they could introduce larger scale battles on this kind of a map. I think I'm looking at this map and I really want to see larger scale battles. I want to see probably 20 versus 20. I'm not going to say, oh, let's go to have 30 versus 30. But I really think this map could handle 20 versus 20. I think it'd be really interesting because it's so big. Just increase the amount of time that it requires you to cap. Game engine limits considered, I think this map could really hold out a 20 versus 20. Let's take a quick look at the map. I'll make it bigger for you on the screen. I'll make it lol bigger for you. So just to talk about the regular game mode, one team starts here and one team starts here. I have seen that basically there are hardly any artillery shadows apart from here is an artillery shadow. Basically behind the big mountains are artillery shadows, what I found. Obviously from depending on what side the artillery are. If they're here, you've got a shadow here, shadow here, shadow here. This town, apart from using the one-hit buildings, all of the one-hit buildings give you kind of the first hit from artillery, but they're destructible. So I've seen artillery splash buildings down and then put more pressure on tanks that are hiding behind them. If I was to approach this map on a standard game mode, I'd basically I would probably fight it around here. I love this southern part of the map. I would try and get into these buildings, try and outplay my opponent. If necessary, I can then take up positions here and get shooting locations basically all over the place. I really like this area because it's so open and it feels like it's basically a shootout from here to here. I'm really impressed by this map. I love it. I really love this map. I can't wait to play this on the regular server. Massive props to Wargaming for this map. I'm really happy with it and I can't wait to see it. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this map preview. Maybe check out some of my other videos. If you've enjoyed this and your first time watching me, think about subscribing to the channel. If this has been helpful to you, please give it a like at the bottom. All the ratings really help and I really appreciate your feedback. As always guys, you've been epic. Thanks a lot for watching and hopefully I'll see you soon.